guys, Doctor here. Well, as I'm sure most of you guys know, patch 1.53 dropped yesterday. And, well, I got this. The Leopard A1A1. Now, this is a fairly stock tank. I only have parts, tracks, and FPE at the time of this game, and I still only have that because Tier 5 tanks suck to upgrade. But basically, I decided what I would do is I would compare the Leopard A1A1 to just the Leopard 1. Now, my opinions will be based off of a mostly upgraded Leopard, because I didn't want to drive it out of stock anymore, and a mostly stock A1A. So I'm going to keep that in mind with most of my comparisons. Now, first things first, I only have the Sable on this thing. Like I said, I don't have the upgrades on this very far. So, my plan is I know a spot on the adjacent hill that I can get that'll keep me out of range of the IT1s. Now, if I get there quick enough, it won't be an issue. But that's just the problem. Is I'm not upgraded enough, and I don't realize it yet, but it'll still work out decently if I can get there. So I'm looking around, and keep in mind I don't have markers when I play these games, this is just on the replay. So my plan is to go over this hill, and then I should be out of line of sight and out of fire of most tanks. But that ZSU-57-2 sees me. So I turn around, and I gotta kill him. So there, I got lucky and killed his ammo. So now I need to watch out, because now those IT1s are going to know where I am. Now here's the one problem with the Leopard A1A1. It's got this issue where, actually not just the Leopard A1A1, it's everything. Space armor does not work as it's supposed to, as you will see in this game. Other than that though, I mean this thing compared to the Leopard A1A1, to just the Leopard 1, is about the same. So you can see there, the whoa, that's glitchy. The IT1 hits me right in the spaced armor and it goes through and detonates my ammo rack. So, had spaced armor worked as intended, I've still been alive. However, because spaced armor doesn't work, I died. Which is basically my main complaint about this tank, is that if spaced armor worked, it would be 1,000 times better tank. So now I'm in my Leopard 1. I got 2 kills in my Leopard A1A1 because I managed to kill that gas truck right before I died. So, had I been in the Leopard 1, that ZSU still probably would have hit me, but I'd have been far enough up that I'd have lived. But whether that's an upgrade, and I feel that that problem will mostly go away with mobility upgrades. So, and I will show this entire replay, like even in the air, because I feel that it still has something to gain for how to play Top Tier Germany. But, basically, the Leopard, now with the Leopard A1A1, it is almost the exact same tank because spaced armor doesn't work. You just have to go through the upgrade process again, which on Tier 5 tanks is horrendous. So, is it worth getting? Yes and no. It's not that much different than the Leopard, but as you can tell right now, because I'm still in one of the best tanks in the game. Whereas, like, say I died in a T10M, or I died in a T62, those tanks are both mediocre. Same thing with the M60s. Germany didn't have that before this patch. Now Germany has a good second spawn when you die in your main tank. So it's worth getting for that reason. It'll help you carry games a lot better. So basically, if you have backups on your Leopards and that kind of stuff, you can actually get 4 Leopard respawns in a game. And I mean, it doesn't take an expert to figure out that 4 spawns in the best tank in the game. That's pretty good. So, what my plan is now is I'm going to try and counter-snipe the IT1s, because in this patch, all Tier 5 tanks got an extended range scope. Don't know why, but dude just did. And because I haven't played tanks in 4 months, because I was training for gladiators, well, actually, well, not quite 4 months, but 3 months. Anyways, I'm not used to tanks right now. So, having this extended range scope isn't a big deal for me, because I'm not used to close range scope right now. So, I actually have a chance against these IT1s and stuff at a long range. So I'm going up with this Leopard, and I want to keep as much of this fencing and all that kind of weird stuff that'll blow up ATGMs between me and the possible IT1s on the hill. Now you can see the IT1 to my immediate left, about my 1 o'clock. I didn't know he was there at first. So I'm going to pull up the cap circle and just kind of assume that all the IT1s are still on the hills, because that's normally what they can. Now I saw that ZSU up there, but he just got killed, so he's no longer a threat to me. The ZSUs are your biggest threat in the Leopard. Because, you know, high rate of fire, can still pen you frontally. Yeah, pretty great. Anti-aircraft and tank destroyer. So, now my plan is basically to cap. Now, in my A1A, because it's stock, I might not have been able to make it here, because it doesn't have that power to weight. However, these tanks, once you get them both spaded, are pretty much the exact same. However, the Leopard 1 is better up a hill because it still maintains a better power to weight ratio. And it'll be a little bit faster to accelerate. But other than that, they are pretty much identical. I mean, if the Space Armor had works on the A1A, it'd be a so much more durable tank because everyone just spams HFS and ATGMs. And they don't really think about where they're aiming. Now, this is about where I figure out where that IT-1 is. He shoots and he misses. Now, I have HFS on this tank, but he knocks over the fence, so I can shoot through it. But guess what? I bounced HFS off the front of my IT-1 because, you know, 100mm versus 410 is pretty great. So I see him shoot, I stop and I dodge, hit him in the turret, knock into his horizontal turret drive. Not a huge deal. And so about this point, in the game before this, I got stuck on the other side of Finland on the ice. So right now I'm trying to dodge IGGMs. Actually, just now that I realized that third HGGM coming in from behind me. So I take out the ammo rack on that one, which surprisingly actually detonated. And now I'm trying to knock down that cart. So I just shoot over top of it, and I knock out his machine gun. Not a big deal. It'll make his repair time longer. So he repairs everything, and he knocks over the fence in front of him again, and I can knock out his crew. And right about now, I see the third IT-1. Now, basically, since none of these IT-1s have hit me, I can't really demonstrate the fact that Space Armor doesn't do anything. Except for that, because that ricocheted, and I have no idea how that ATGM ricocheted. I still cannot comprehend that. And I've watched this replay probably about 5-6 times trying to figure it out. So I knock down the fences trying to get my heat on, but that just lets his ATGM through, and I get knocked out. So at this point, my goal is to stop the capture of A. So, my Leopards aren't fast enough to get there in time, and I do have a backup on my Leopard 1. But I choose not to use it right now because I want to go on my CL, which now gives me a chance to talk about the difference between the Leopard 1A1 and the Leopard 1. Basically, there really isn't a difference. The only thing, it's like the M60 and the M60A1. There's very slight differences that don't really make a difference, unless you really know them. And really knowing those differences will take time. Like, for example, I'm really not a tanker. I'm a pilot. So, that's just something that's I'm probably not going to get good with for a long time. But, basically, if they ever do fix ammo racks and the way that Space Armor actually works, it'll be great. The Leopard 1A1 will be a very viable option at long range against IT-1s. And all that other stuff that just spams stuff that should be easily defeated by Space Armor. However, it just doesn't work that way in game yet because it never has. Don't know why, it's just that's the case. So, until they fix that, they're basically the same tank, but the Leopard 1A1 is a little bit more sluggish up hills and you need to restate it. That's basically my complaints with that. Is that, and for example, my Leopard 1A1 is actually on a little bit of a better crew, not by much, but it does have the expert qualification on it. So it's got a little bit faster reload, a little bit better driver, all that kind of stuff that comes with better crew. But because I don't have those mobility upgrades, and this is about the only plane that mobility upgrades actually make a difference in, it's just fairly hard to compare right now. But I did drive them on the dev server, both fully spaded, and the only difference was a slight difference in acceleration, and the Leopard 1A1 had a little bit more problems getting up hills, which is basically all based on the power to rate ratio. But I mean, it's noticeable, but barely. Basically the thing is that Space Armor, and I'm talking about it a lot, and I'm aware of that. When it does its job, it works great. But it's when it doesn't, which is all too frequently. So, when they fix the Space Armor, Leopard 1A1 will be 10 times better than Leopard. But as it is right now, they're about the same. Leopard 1A1 is not OP in any way, but it's just the way it's going to stay. Until you get it stocked, it's going to be like driving any other top tier tank with just a Sabo. Because it's the same gun you get on the M60, the M60A1, and the previous Leopard. So you know exactly what the shells are like, you know exactly what they're going to do, they're all the exact same. And well, now back to the game. I got 2 kills in my CL, as you could probably tell. And now basically what my goal was in the CL and the Arado is to stop the capture fake, because I'm not going to get there in time in my Leopard again. So, now what I'm trying to do is just prevent and get as many tanks away from A as I can in this, and then go in there in my Leopard and cap. Now, I'm in my head, I wanted to suicide whatever was on A, because I did not believe that they had this many players left alive, but I was wrong. So, yeah, that didn't end up paying off well. So, I see the Yak 9 going down in front of me. I had no idea how close he was going to get to the ground. I was just trying to hope to get a cheeky kill in. I see the ZSC-1A. I'm just going to suicide it and go back and cap it my Leopard. He did hit me. It wasn't going to shoot me down, but I had intended on suiciding, so I got the kill. At this point, I'm going to spawn into the backup in my Leopard 1A1. Leopard 1, not the A1. It's the standard Leopard 1. Because I get those battle trophies with the free backups, and I never use them, so I figured me as well. Gonna try and clutch the game, but, you know, you just have those teams sometimes. I mean, right now I'm on 7 ground kills and an air kill. I'm ahead of my team by about 2,000 points at this point. So I really would like to win this game, because it would really help me get Night King Yankee Panzer 2. Not the new one, just the first one, because I haven't had time to get them yet. So, now that I'm in my Leopard again, I'm just going to keep an eye out, try to get to A as fast as I can, because I'm in my more mobile with my 2 Leopards. Which again, is basically down to just upgrades. Since the armor is basically the same on the 2 of them. And then, right about now, it was actually an IL-28 that tried strafing me. He missed his bomb and then hit the hill beside me. So, I don't know. I think he meant to suicide, but I think he actually meant to get the kill as well. But as you can clearly see, he did not. As I'm driving up here, once again, you see the marker, I don't. I'm looking over at A to try and spot 91, don't see anything, so I'm just going to drive down and try to cap. But the ZSU gets a side shot into me, doesn't kill me while he's reloading. I did. However, that right there cost us the game. The other player that's over close to A is going to die, and I now have to repair before I can make it to A. And I'm not going to make it in time anymore. No matter what tank I was in, I was never going to. Whether it was the A1 or the standard Leopard, I would have never won this. Even if I was in the A1 with the spaced armor, he's shooting APHE, which a lot of Russian tanks do. So does it really make any difference? No. Spaced armor doesn't make a difference on the A1A. And so if you're driving your Leopard 1 and you enjoy it, use your A1A as a second spawn. Because it's still a good tank, but going through the spading is pretty much the hard part. I mean, it's a shame, really. And as normal, I'm about to get killed by a 91 that I can't see, and that's going to end the game. So, I was pretty happy with how I did this match, considering, like I said, I haven't played tanks very much lately. And there's the IT-1, I'm on fire, about to die. And, well, I'll see you guys next time.